Welcome to Morning Journal session number 245. Grateful to have you here. We do Morning Journal every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. We started live over in the VIP. So if you are watching a playback or if you are watching us live on one of the video feeds, you can find the link in the description to make your way over to the VIP and catch the entire 2-hour experience every Monday through Friday. Also, if you're listening back on Spotify or Apple Podcast, you can find the link in the show notes, right? So, the link's in the show notes, and if you enjoyed this, go ahead and leave us a like where you were listening, and go ahead and leave us a rating and review. 5 stars is best, right? If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. You did. It helps people find us. And I'm glad that you found us, and I hope you have a great day. We're starting our conversation this morning with the prompt: what are the most meaningful endeavors you are currently committed to? We're getting a lot of love over in the VIP right now. We got one of the OGs, the founding member of Purple Friday, is in the house right now, showing a lot of love, and we appreciate that for sure. So think about it. What are the most meaningful endeavors that you are currently committed to? J-Man says that I am committed to my journey to Buff J-Man and living a happy, simple life. I'm gonna live a happy, simple life. That is what I am committed to. Boots says that I'm currently I'm working on becoming a new journeyman plumber, and I honestly think I'm in over my head, but within the next 2 years, it will be worth it. So you have a trade that you are working on and you're mastering, and you feel like you're in over your head. That's legit. That's legit. If you're not feeling a little bit in over your head, then maybe you're not challenging yourself enough. It's natural to be out of your depth when you're trying something new. But yeah, we pulling for you. Man says my degree is going to take 2 years, so I feel that you're going into a different realm. Because I want to say you were looking at being an electrician before. Am I right, Boots? I know that you were pursuing a trade. I thought it was electrician. So Tim says, my most meaningful endeavor is love. Love is an extremely meaningful endeavor. Love is precious. Love is precious. Bez is saying sweet love in Anita Baker voice. Sweet love in Anita. I'm not going to do that to y'all. I'm just going to let that live. On a quest for love. Noble Ancient says, my most meaningful endeavors that I'm committed to are Alberto and a number of other projects, and helping Alexis heal too. My good mood lasts through my day. Questing for love. Uh-oh, Goddess After Dark. We gotta watch out. Goddess After Dark. Is that Goddess of Words here with a different nom de plume? It's good to see you, Goddess. Thank you for being here. Maybe are you a different person at night? Uh-oh. No, just leave it. No. You are who you are. You are who you are. Keep that energy. You are who you are. Caught you dressed for the night. What's up, Boots? So you got a quick question. Right now. Say who here that's not purple should be? That's a great question. Let's take a look. Right now, who's in here that should be purple are Noble Ancient and Macho Cheese. Noble Ancient and Macho Cheese, those are the two who aren't purple yet but should be. SMD, this might be your sweet mama D. I'm glad that you're here. But I don't know, this might be your first time here. Goddess of Words should be, but Goddess of Words is had to go change you out of the night attire. The purple is for subscribers, Macho. So you get access to subscriber only streams and you get to wear that cool purple outfit. So sweet Mama D, thank you for being here. Right now we are talking about the most meaningful endeavors that you are currently committed to. What are the most meaningful endeavors that you are currently committed to? Let us know. What are you working on right now? Goddess of Words Goddess of Words has 4 loyalty bars. Killing it. So Noble, Goddess of Words, yeah, purple game. Ding dong, there you go. The most meaningful endeavors that you're currently committed to. Godmother Mez says, my mental health and my career are the meaningful endeavors that you are currently committed to. Tiger PFK says that I'm committed to learning and building self-esteem, knowledge, and doing my job better. Knowledge, self-esteem, and just being better at your job. Macho Cheese, not yet. Not yet. You're not there yet. All right. All right, so here we go. If we are ready to go to the next prompt, go ahead and drop me a heart in the chat and we can get into that. Cyber Shots is over on YouTube, said the stream's looking good. Glad that you are here. Glad that you are enjoying yourself. Yeah. So right now, we're talking about what are the most meaningful endeavors that you are currently committed to. What are you currently committed to? And Sweet Mama D says, my cosmetology skills, going for that license job and self-growth. Lastly, just trying to be the bestest mom I can be. So Sweet Mama D says, I want to be the best mom I could be. Goddess of Words, thank you so much for liking the live. I appreciate it. Goddess of Words is just trying to stay awake right now. That's my task. I'm committed to staying awake. Well, I don't know. Maybe you need to sleep. Sometimes people come in here and they drift off to sleep. That's valid. That happens, right? All right. Okay, so if we are ready to go to the next prompt, let us know. Oh, SOK, welcome in, SO. It's good to see you again. Boots says, back in the day, G was one of my top supporters for the Go Outside Challenge. Indeed, I remember that. Boots always was outside. Boots would be streaming outside at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. All right, so we got hearts in the chat. We're going to get ready to go into our next prompt. I appreciate your participation and your thoughts on the last one. Let's take a look at the next one. When you are not otherwise occupied, what do you spend most of your time thinking about? When you are not otherwise occupied, what do you spend most of your time thinking about? Goddess of Word says, for sure, I could use some more sleep, but this is like my caffeine for the morning. I hear you. So check it out. Mez is feeling some type of way about me not following anyone right now, including Mez. But yeah. Loyalty bars. So Goddess of Words, whenever you come to a stream, it gives you kind of accumulate sort of points for being present for the streams. So the maximum loyalty bars is like 5 bars. And there's only one person in this stream right here who has 5 bars. 4 bars is really good. That means that you make most of the streams, like almost all of them. So there's that. So I appreciate it. So you and J-Man and Noble Ancient have 4 bars. Tim has 5. So Boots says, what I'm thinking about when I'm not otherwise occupied is what I can do next. What can I do next? That's what I'm thinking about. Thinking about what I can do next. Yeah, Esso's sitting on 3 bars. Esso and Mez sitting on 3 bars. But it's understandable. You're in a place that you're in. Jehovah Thickness is here. Welcome, Jehovah Thickness. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes. Sweet Mama D and J-Man. 3 a.m. is rough. The fact that you're here at all is impressive. So, here's what we're thinking about. Noble Ancient says, I usually think and strategize new brainstorms, create content for ROA sessions, and ideas for Gamer Shop. I also think of Alexis and Harley too. So you got a lot on your mind. Jehovah Thickness is coming in here with that new profile pic, killing the game right now. It's good to see you this morning, JT. J-Man, thank you so much for stopping through. Got that workout in, gonna get some sleep now. I appreciate it. That afro is on point. For sure. So Jehovah Thickness says, what I'm thinking about is how I got shamed for what I do for work and judging me because I'm a first responder and how I look at the world. I wanted to cuss her out, but I didn't. Self-control. So you thinking about a specific thing. You ever have an event that happened in your past that whenever you're not thinking about anything else, it just comes back to you? This is fresh. Angie Krog, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Sweet Mama D says, I got to get some sleep. It's been nice being here. Fan you. Have a good one, everyone. Well, thank you for being here, Sweet Mama D. We're here every morning. You can also catch us on Friday evenings. So, yeah. So, Goddess of Words says, the answer for that may not be suitable for the morning lives, G. Maybe it's Goddess After Dark. After Dark is thinking about certain things. Well, you're a writer, so I'm pretty sure that you can say it in a tasteful way. You can say it in a tasteful and artful way. We can allow that. You don't have to be crass. Keep it real without being crass. So it's not appropriate for the morning lives, but Mez is like, yo, it's dark in my room, so hey, go ahead. Let's hear it. Write it out. Now you can't even be anonymous with it, because if you already done built it up, you could have just went in the chat, went in the box anonymous and not said nothing. But now we're gonna know. We're gonna know it's you. Noble H is like, I'm in the living room. It's all good. I don't know what being in the living room has to do with it, Noble, but right on. So JT says, I practice so much self-control. I was heated and I decided not to do nothing. I'm proud of you because I know you like to pop off. So shout out to Jehovah Thickness for not popping off and creating long-term implications from short-term emotions. So the 232 out of the 432, 23 out of 42 in the left, that is the spoon goal. There's a contest going on this week. If you get 1,000 spoons by Monday, you get an extra $75 Amazon gift card. So, yeah, that's what that is. Welcome back, Tim. Oh, Boots is back. All right, we got the spoons flying up. We know what time it is. One at a time. Appreciate you. So right now, I guess everybody's just waiting with bated breath for Goddess of Words to drop that joint on us. Macho Cheese said, "Get ready to go to school." Macho Cheese, you have a great day. I know. Yeah. Appreciate you. Great having you here. So, of course, we're not going to we hear from Goddess of Words now, so y'all just sit tight. Just sit tight. Jovi is here. What's happening, Jovi? Goddess of Words, you look different because you all perked up. But wait, don't go nowhere yet. So, Goddess of Words says, when I'm not otherwise occupied, I think about sharing intimacies. I think about sharing intimacies of the flesh quite often. I think about sharing intimacies of the flesh. Not of the flesh. All right, there you go. See, you did that very well. So now what I need for you to do is leave and come back, because you got to change clothes for the rest of the stream. So just leave real quick and come back. Starlight has joined us. Thank you so much for being here. Someone anonymously says, I spend my time thinking about a man that is emotionally unavailable. He dumb. He dumb. I hope that your morning is going well, Starlight. Ryan Sari, welcome in. It's good to see you again, Ryan. So Angie says, I be thinking about sleep when I'm not otherwise occupied, be thinking about sleep. Oop, he dumb, yeah. Yeah, Jovi, I don't know why you put something in the chat like that wasn't your response. You know you the one that said that. You come in here and try to sneak something anonymous and try to put it in the chat to cover it up. I know that was you. So nah, that ain't Jovi at all. That's not part of Jovi's character. Ain't nothing about. I don't think Jovi has ever said anything anonymously. It's full chest, all the way open. All right, Goddess of Words, go ahead and leave and come back. I'm not gonna tell you again. Just do it, yo. Just stop asking questions. Just do it. Leave and come back, like instantly. All right. All right. So, if we're ready, let's get ready to go to the next prompt. Take a couple deep breaths here and get a little bit deeper into our conversation. Oh, it's like, come back though. She gonna leave and never come back. I don't know why you were harassing me. So Starlight says, what do I spend the most time thinking about? All the baking recipes I want to try but don't want to clean up after. That or needing to move but not having all the financial means to do so. Yeah. Welcome to the purple game. You got jumped in. You got jumped into the purple game. All right. So someone anonymously shares, I think about how to be honest when I'm not otherwise occupied. I think about how to be honest. Good morning, Alexis. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Everybody go ahead and do me a favor and drop some green hearts in the chat as we get ready to go to the next prompt. Green hearts in the chat. Retha is awake. Green hearts for Retha. Good morning. All right. Let us get ready to go to the next prompt. All right. So the green hearts, that is my mom. My mom is listening. So my mom's favorite color is green, so that's why I say green hearts. That's it. And y'all can return to your regularly scheduled program from this point. So my mom is listening. Y'all be wilding out too. All right. Let's see what we got here. Request box is open. If given a second chance at blank, I would blank. Some of us are living in second chances right now. You know? I think a lot of times we're living in second chances because we all make mistakes. But yeah, if given a second chance at blank, I would blank. Goddess of Words says, if given a second chance at life, I would never have started dating exclusively until my early 30s. Goddess of Words says, yeah, I would have been outside. Goddess of Words says, I would have been for them streets until I hit 30. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, I mean, hey. So I guess you feel like you missed You missed some prime years out there, huh? You missed some prime years? So Boots says, honestly can't answer this. I feel like if I were to go back and redo, I wouldn't be who I am today. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. So, if given a second chance at my dreams, Alexis Automel says, I would do exactly what I did because my past choices led to Noble. Okay. I hear you. We have a relationship with regret, a healthy relationship with regret, like we've accepted where we are. So Goddess of Words is trying to figure out who Boots is. Yeah, Boots is, he's responsible for a lot of what you see going on right now. When I first started restreaming, trying to get my bearing, he was the one who really kind of opened my eyes to what the possibilities were and gave me that early support that kind of got things going. So Tim says, if I had a second chance at telling her to come over, I would have said nah. It's a very specific moment of regret. So sometimes there's not like general things. Sometimes they're very specific things where we know that there is a consequence that, we can't bear, or that we're still suffering in. We're living in a consequence that we would rather not have to live in it right now. Noble Ancient says, if given a second chance at choosing my true dream, I would still choose to be a tabletop game designer. It's who I am meant to be without a single doubt. So Angry Krog says, I'm living my second chance right now. So thankful, got a great job, wonderful roommates, and I'm loving life. Loving life. Welcome in Cosmos Panda. If given a second chance at blank, I would blank. That is the question or the prompt that we're working with right now. Go ahead and let us know what you think. Put it in the request box. Godmother Mez says, if given a second chance at school, I would have stuck with it. Because here you are now going back, right? So Silent Willow over on Twitch says, if I had a second chance, I would never have told Prometheus how to have stolen the flame. If given a second chance, I would never told Prometheus how to have stolen the flame. There you go. I love a creative response. Thank you for being here, Silent Willow, and everyone listening and watching. You can join the conversation too. Just drop it in the chat and I can see you. All right. Starlight says, if I had a second chance at starting a magazine, I would seek out learning from someone who has done it so already, and not just people who want to have a business. You gotta, you gotta follow the right people. You gotta follow the right advice. So Boo says, if I hadn't met Mo, we wouldn't have gotten acquainted. Yeah, it's amazing the way the connections fall together. We all move through communities and meet people, and sometimes the people we meet change our lives. And then by doing so, change the lives of other people that we touch. It's a beautiful chain of influence and possibility that we are all should be grateful to be a part of. So Starlight is really about getting that magazine going. And it's great to have a level of clarity about what it is that you want to create for yourself and in the world. All right, if given a second chance, Jovi says, still, I'm sitting listening to everyone's responses about one of the second chances that are still possible. What's holding you back? What's holding you back? Yeah, you're already living in that second chance. Go for it. What will you do? Change it from what would you do to what will you do? Some of us still have a possibility. If there is still a possibility to do something different. Now, in some cases, it's not possible because if second chances involve people, then it's not just your second chance. But it's useful to have a healthy relationship with the past, and also to let the things that those choices that we would make now inform the choices that we make next. So, Emma, thank you so much for the Starlight. It's kind of hard for me to take in. It's kind of insane. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, I guess that's sort of what the role of our life is, just experiences, and then we have to choose and decide what we're going to do with it going forward, right? All right. So let's take a second. We're at the top of the hour. Let me just take a second to say thanks to everyone who is listening, watching, and enjoying this session number 245, this Purple Friday edition of the Morning Journal. Once again, we do this every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. Eastern Time, exclusively in the VIP on Spoon. So if you're watching somewhere else, you might miss the first half hour of the show and the last few minutes of the show, because that's sort of like exclusive content. It's free. You can join for free. Just find the link right there in the description of this, wherever you're watching right now. And then you can catch the full 2-hour experience. Enjoy some of these introspective and creative prompts and conversation, and meet some cool folks. So we'd love to have you here. Also, if you would like, you can subscribe to the Morning Journal newsletter. You should have a fresh edition in your inbox this morning if you are already subscribed. But it's a great way for you to reconnect with and connect with the ideas that we talk about here in a very straightforward and succinct way to get your day started in the right way. So, yeah. We'd love to have you as a part of the community in any way that you choose. Of course, you're more than welcome to just sit right there and watch and listen wherever you are, because, hey, stay comfortable. But also know that I do appreciate you. We're going to get ready to go to the next prompt. So, yeah, let's take a look and see where we're going to go from here. Hey, yo, hey, Boots, thank you so much for the hearts falling down. It's beautiful. All right. Next prompt, next question. Where do you need to set a new boundary? Where do you need to set a new boundary? I'll open up the request box as you consider boundaries. I think that we have to, every once in a while, we need to go and we need to take a look at things and seeing what is impeding on our space, what is keeping us from growing. And we have to make sometimes some difficult choices about who we engage with and how. Sometimes we have a boundary, but we need to reinforce that boundary. We might have a leaky boundary. But yeah, take a look. Something might be a little off. Maybe you're getting crowded in and getting crushed and interrupted by some things that maybe need to be outside. So where do you need to set a boundary? Mez is like, my boundary is imaginary. My boundary is imaginary. It's a theoretical boundary. So Boots is like, I need to set a boundary on my debit card. I hear you. I hear you. It could get away from you. It can get away from you. Starlight's like, same. You gotta, Boots, you're not a journeyman yet. You still got a couple years left before you get that status, that full status. That you might be a little freer. But either way, it's not bottomless. You ain't got that bottomless billfold. You ain't got them bulletproof wallets. So yeah, you gotta, I guess the ultimate boundary is not spending more than you make. You don't want your debit card to be a debt card. So Mo says, I need to set a new boundary or new boundaries in my love life. I've been really good about it lately, but still improvements remain that need to be happy. So you've been doing pretty well, but still working on it. So Goddess says, I finally set some boundaries around those York peppermint patties, but now I got this banana bread to deal with. And was like, wow, do I know English? Right. Yeah. But still improvements remain that need to be happy. Yeah, I know. I had a stroke. I started smelling toast, burnt toast mid-sentence there. But I think we know what you mean. I mean, you are a French teacher, so maybe your the conjugation is a little bit different. Yeah. So Starlight says, I talked about this previously, but being kindly assertive with family, stepping up to take care of elders in a way that I am not able to provide. Say, hey, I'm gonna need some help here. I can't do this by myself. Someone anonymously said, I did it. I set boundaries here on Spoon, and I have so much more peace because of it. So someone anonymously says, I set some boundaries on Spoon and I feel better. I got peace because of it. Well, I'm glad that you are including morning journal as one of the healthy things that you can do here. And that this makes your life better. Noble Ancient says, I need to set some boundaries for the legendary flat. Can't really trust any of them, really knowing them better. The neighbors, can't really trust them. I don't trust them. I don't like the cut of their jib. And you can't trust them if you don't get to know them, and you don't want to know them. Alexis and me, we don't have no visitors on purpose. I hear you. So Tree is here. Aloha and good morning, Tree. Thank you for being here. It's like, Godmother, is that you? All right. So Alexis says I need to set boundaries on not allowing myself to get too attached to someone who seems to be in and out of my life. Learn not to fully depend on them answering me for months. It's like, hey, are you in or you're out? Are you in or you're out? What are we doing here? Are we going to be friends? Are we going to be cool? Like, what's really good? So the question, where do you need to set a new boundary? Tim says, man, everything. I'm too loose. I need to set a boundary on everything. I'm too loose, baby. I be doing too much. I need to fall back. The music just happened to end. I didn't do that on purpose, but it just happened that way. Foot loose, everything loose. All right. Everybody just take a deep breath real quick. We can get ready to go more deeply into the conversation, go to the next phase of the conversation. If y'all are ready to do that, go ahead and drop me a little heart in the chat, and I would be more than happy to get into that with you. It's like, I'm still salty. It's like, I'm still salty. Okay. Tim was like, I'm going to take a nap. I'm tired of being attacked. Just because you're taking a nap don't mean we still ain't talking about you, but I guess you don't have to hear it at least. So speaking of boundaries, a lot of times our boundaries relate to our relationship with technology. Sometimes it's hard to maintain boundaries with stuff like that. So this next prompt is kind of addressing that question. What would you do with the extra time if you unplugged for 1 week? If you unplugged for 1 week, what would you do with the extra time? And unplugging, I guess it just, whatever is most relevant for you, because everybody has their different things, their different attachments that they are holding. So I'm pretty sure there's something that if you eliminated, you would find that you would have a little more time. You could redirect some of your attention, and you're thinking about those meaningful endeavors. You know, we know what we're working on. We know what we're thinking about. So if you unplug, what would you do with that time? Tim says, I would sleep. I would sleep. I don't get enough sleep. So if I unplugged, I could maybe get more sleep. All right. So Goddess of Words is talking to, I'm confused by Goddess of Words response there. I don't know, maybe I missed a thread there, but you know, we'll see. So Boots says, worthwhile, I would focus on myself, but if I wasn't using it worthwhile, I would probably be thinking about the people I wasn't in contact with. So you would be focusing on yourself if you were going to use it in a worthwhile way. Maybe a not worthwhile way is thinking about people who you miss or who are not around. What are some of the things that you would do? What are some of the ways that you could focus on yourself? What does that look like for you? So Starlight says, I do this pretty often. I work on my projects, go on adventures, play games, set up photo galleries. It's like, oops, forgot to put it in the box. It's all good. It's all good. Photo galleries. Alexa says, unplug for a whole week? Sheesh. I would clean the flat, write my pen pals, play board games, sleep, while I freaked out that I can't job hunt. So you'd be having a freak out sleep. Good morning, Nesquik. Thank you for joining us. We're talking about unplugging. So what would you do with the extra time if you unplugged for 1 week? If you unplugged for 1 week, what would you do? Mez says, I would go camping to find my natural circadian rhythm. Go camping and let the light in the sky determine when to sleep and wake. That would be good. So Noma Ancient says, nope. Unplugging isn't really effective for me as the game design process requires at least the laptop to write the rules and jot down RA information without losing it. So no change for me. Noble, I didn't ask you if you wanted to. I didn't ask if you wanted to do it. What if you didn't have a choice? Then what? Then what? This is not like, hey, unplug for me and figure out what it is. No, you unplugged. You know? Now what? Now what you gonna do? So Ethelene Reed over on Facebook says, focus more on what God wants me to do with the rest of my life. That is what Ethelene will do if you unplug for a week. Good to see you, cousin. Thanks for joining us this morning. I hope that everything is going well for you and your family, you and the rest of the family over there. Angry Krog says, I would watch some new shows. Mr. Lot in jail, 17 months worth. So how are you going to watch shows unplugged? You're unplugged. You have to plug in and watch a show. How you gonna do that? You have to go watch some stage plays. Goddess of Words says, sleeping, but if I had the financial freedom and parenting support, laying by a pool of some nice, some nice hotel in a different city. Emma says, no audiobooks? No audiobooks. You're gonna party like it's $17.99. Everything is analog, physical. There's nothing electronic. You're unplugged. Emma says, what I would do if I unplugged for a week, I would shrivel up. I would shrivel. It really makes you examine the dependence that you have on your devices and the conveniences. Tape recorded books. I mean, you could actually read a book that you could read words on a page without being plugged in under the light of a candle, right? So Jovi says, I would be reading books and exploring new restaurants. That's what I do. Emma says, oh, I'm illiterate. You know, that doesn't surprise me. I was reading that last reply and I was like, is Emma okay? Oh man. The only thing that Emma can read is memes. You have to print out a whole bunch of memes and flip through them like here's an idea for a magazine. Starlight, maybe jot this down. A meme magazine. Just print out a bunch of memes, you know, and print them out and put them on the shelf. A memazine. Hey, there you go. I think that would fly off the shelves. That would be a good impulse purchase at the counter at the grocery store. Watching a memazine. Put it out every month with the newest, the latest, you know, the memes of the month, so that everybody can get up to speed who's not following stuff online to see what you know, they'll be dead by the time they get printed, but you know. Boots is like, oh, I'm silver now. Yeah, you silver. Yeah, you actually, it's quite a few folks that passed you up. You know, you've been gone for a minute. It's all good. Heart of Darkness is here. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. All right. It's like, it's all G. It's all G. So if you unplugged for a week, what would you do with that extra time? That is the question. Would you go crazy? Would you shrink? Or would you be all right? I think that you would probably find yourself calming down a little bit. Unless you're like Noble and you just won't do it. It's like, nah, I'm good. Thank you so much for the spoons, Boops. I really appreciate you. Hey. Rigging the game in our favor. All right. So, yeah, let's do a quick recap. Let's take a look. This is a screenshot moment coming up for you right now. If you would like to see where we have been in the conversation thus far, we're going to summarize the prompts. And as we talk about this, you can start putting in what your key takeaways have been in the conversation thus far. So let me reset. So we're going to recap, and as we do, your key takeaway can be anything. It could be something I said, it could be something you saw in the chat, it could be a response that someone gave that really sticks with you. And we still got plenty of time, you know. So Goddess of Words is the Purple Gang. Is that designed by you, or does Spoon do it? Well, we just call it the Purple Gang and Purple Friday because that's the color for subscribers. So anyone can have subscribers to their stream, but Purple Gang is like what we call it. It's what we do. Yeah. So here we go. Let's take a look at a quick recap. So we started the conversation with the question, what are the most meaningful endeavors that you are currently committed to? What are you committed to? Now, there are a lot of things that you might do occasionally. There might be some things that you are obliged to do, but you are not doing it wholeheartedly. But a commitment is a choice. And it could be that you choose to do what you're obliged to do. I mean, that's a healthy attitude. But the main thing is you're committed to it and it's meaningful to you. It doesn't have to be anything grand in anyone's eyes but your own. But just take a note of, okay, this is something that matters to me and I'm committed to make progress in this area. Now, by definition, there can only be a few things that fall in that category, or else you won't really make any progress because you'll be spread too thin to see, significant progress if you have too many priorities. I think by definition, priority is a singular. It's what comes first, right? So the whole thing of having priorities is sort of, it really doesn't make a lot of sense because only one thing can come first at a time. But we do recognize that there are different areas in your life. So looking at what the priority is in each area can be worthwhile. So what are those meaningful endeavors? And I think another thing, the next prompt is when you're not otherwise occupied, what do you spend your most time thinking about? Those things might be next. Those might be the daydreams. Those might be the possibilities that lie on the is. What do you spend time thinking about when you're not busy doing something? That could be a clue as to what you might want to do next. So then we are kind of look back at our experience, looked specifically at potential regrets, things that we know we didn't do as well as we could, and we may be living in the consequences of those choices now. Some folks are at peace with, hey, if I changed anything, I wouldn't have what I have now, so I'm grateful. But it could be the case that there's harm that you've done that you would rather not have done. And you recognize, very specific things that you would do differently. Finally, we got into conversations about boundaries. Where do you need to set a new boundary? What is it that you, something that is encroaching on you, on your peace of mind? What do you need to set a boundary around? Something that's not healthy for you anymore. It's not that a thing is inherently bad because you need to set the boundary. It just might be that it's not good for you. So maybe exclude it. We need to set a higher bar for what we are willing to include. Not harmful or okay may not be high enough a bar. You might need to set a higher bar for what you choose to include in your life if you really want to, if you really want to grow. Just okay may not be good enough. This is like I'm running on 9%. You got to get in that battery saver mode. You got 9%, ain't got no charger. Bad timing, I know. You got 30 minutes. So finally, our last one. What would you do with the extra time if you unplug for a week? Just unplug for a week. Some folks says, well, I don't have a week. I can't take a week and not do anything. I can't be unplugged. If that's your situation, I'm sorry. It could be that you are not. There are a lot of things that you can do that will make the time that you plug back up even more meaningful. So think about what those possibilities are. Think about the clarity that you can gain, maybe. And maybe you can reconfigure some things and maybe some lights can come on for you. So those are the ideas that we covered in today's session. We still have a good 30 minutes left for our VIP stream, but if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, listening on Spotify. We're going to get ready to wrap things up until Monday's session. I'm glad that you're here with us, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. You can catch us 6 a.m. Monday through Friday, exclusively in the VIP, and everywhere else whenever you want. You can listen on demand. Also, leave us a rating and review if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. You made it this far, so you like it. You liked it enough to listen to it. Go ahead and let folks know how cool it is, so we can, continue to build this thing. I really appreciate you, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend.